Man, this comic book sucks! And the reviews online said it was good! I wasted my money! Why didn't somebody tell me?
Hey everybody, we're back doing our comic reviews, and today we have
The Unworthy Thor, #1. The saddest thing about this book is that there will be a #2.
well, I'm guessing, I don't know, I know about Thor losing his, what is it? He losing his hammer, this female Thor, all that stuff. I know Jason Aaron's writing it.
More than if it was just a hammer, he's lost the hammer before.
Yeah.
Like it's like everything that makes him Thor, to be quite honest. It's just not him any longer.
Yeah.
But
Uh-oh.
this guy has found an audience. He has found an audience of these people. Look, there's two types of there are two types of heroes, at least from my reading. There's the hero that's made, and there's the hero that's born. Okay, it depends on where you fall onto that. The hero that's made is more like Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh isn't a hero. He has to go through these series of events and have these, experiences, and then at the end of the day, he realizes this is why he needs to use his powers, his abilities to be a good king and to be a good king for his people. Then you have heroes who are born. That's more like Heracles, where Heracles starts doing stuff from the second he's born. He's killing snakes, he's getting rid of monsters, he gets training, but all of that stuff is already a part of his aspect. He doesn't have to develop into it. What they did is took a hero that's born, who's Thor, and they're trying to go through this whole, well, we're going to remake him into a hero, and it sucks. It's so hard to swallow because you've had so many stories leading up to this to show Thor would not react in this manner to this situation. That's been my take on it, but I want you to get in.
Well, I'm just coming in cold because I've seen Thor struggle with the hammer and complain in some of the I guess it's just Thor, but the female Thor comic. So this one where it's sort of like, I guess he's reveling in the aspect of I'm unworthy. I'm just going to start,
Yeah, why not? I'm a loser.
I'm going to walk around with no shirt on and, and no belt and just going to start beating up things. And then it's like you have this hard part for me, which is a rival that he always had was Ulick. It's like he runs into Ulick, and basically Ulick is like saying, oh, look, you're nothing without your hammer. Oh, but I got this goat. And the goat, it was like, no, that's not, even when Thor had no, like Odin, the other problem is that Odin was always the one that sort of took things away from Thor, especially at moments where it would have been a great victory, where they're clearly saying Thor is going to, take out Hercules, and then, Odin's absent. And then at some point he took away all of his strength, but somehow he would find some strength for some reason. It's a Kirby character. Yeah. He's got to have some strength to fight the thing.
Always a little left in the tank. Always a little left.
So he's somehow, it's weird, but it's also saying, at the same time, this, you have to say that he's just not, you can't keep going to the Jim Shooter Thor, which is sort of like this arrogant jerk, because that's, somehow he saw him like that because of the, it seemed like Stan was writing all these speeches for him. But at the same time, he was, he'd always be seen in the soda shop, be friendly with kids and all that.
Yeah.
So you take him and you strip him of the hammer, he would still be doing positive things. He'd be on Earth trying to fight, if he has the strength,
he's still a god.
He wouldn't be like, that's what the aspect of him losing, and this is an important part to this story because it has Beta Ray Bill. When he loses the hammer to Beta Ray Bill at the second fight, he is, obviously broken up about it. But I was like, oh, sweat, he's talking about going out into space and doing other things. And it's just like, oh, that could be a real cool story. What's he going to do next? And it's like, there's something else he could do. Because after reading him losing the second time, I was like, what are they going to cancel Thor? Is it over? And it's like, so you rehab Beta Ray Bill. And I don't see Beta Ray Bill as a subject, even though he could be considered because he's he's mortal, but at the same time, they were brothers. So to have these moments, which is sort of nice at the end of the story, doesn't sort of work for me. So it's a complete bust for me. I guess, but the art could say okay, but he looks like he smells in the book. So I can't.
I could smell.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's not working for me. But I guess, Jason Aaron has a strong audience. I mean, he had a big audience for the crazy stuff he was doing in X-Men.
But that's the problem. I mean, look, you can smell the degradation and desperation of Thor.
Yes.
But Jason Aaron is writing. He's bringing his own audience, and they're willing to ride out whatever it is. They're not reading the book for Thor. They're reading the book for Jason Aaron. Where in the 90s, it was the rock star artists that were just bringing guys in, and these stories could be horrible, but people were sticking with it. I mean, Youngblood won. I don't need to say much more. Okay, that story was not.
No, go to Youngblood 6.
Oh,
where
good. You read up to 6?
Rob Liefeld was like, I'm going to find a character in these characters. And was it Shaft, the White Shaft? Shaft realizes that he struggles with his weight. It's like, what's going on there? So
okay, I'm just shaking my head more when you said White Shaft, but
he's white. He's Shaft.
No, but you come over here and he's bringing. Now it's the it's the writers. Okay, well I bring my own audience in, and these guys are just given carte blanche to write this particular story. It's been going on for 2 years, and it wouldn't be going on for 2 years if it wasn't selling. Is it selling because it's good, or is it selling because he's bringing his own?
Well, he also did that. Was he the writer of the King Thor versus Galactus, which is the dirtiest
you mean
fight?
Rune Thor, that sort of stuff? When he like really took, okay.
It was a real. It had a future story where Galactus and Thor fought.
Yeah, but it was like Rune Thor, where he had, he had the Odin power and a little, and some other stuff going along.
I didn't know he had Odin power with it too. It was just a real dirty fight, and I was just like, and Galactus looked like a complete douche at the same time.
But they love those sort of stories. They love taking the character who's never supposed to be anywhere close to Galactus, and somehow he's he's amalgamated all of this power in order to go with it. It's only good for the battle boards, because then these guys, so who would win in a fight? Superman Prime or Rune, whatever. Along those lines. But in terms of this story, I mean, look, I came onto Thor with the Simonson arc, okay, and very much the same way when a lot of people reacted. You reacted, I reacted too. It's like, wait a minute, he lost the Beta Ray Bill and he's stuck on Earth, and how's he going to get back to Asgard? Okay, he gets back to Asgard. Now he's going to fight this guy. He's going to get the hammer back. He didn't get the hammer back. Okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen now? And some of the stuff when you look at it is very logical. Hey, it's possible to have two guys who are worthy. Just make another hammer. Yeah. Okay. Of course, they took that one to a bit of a stretch. Well, we're just going to keep making more hammers. But the storyline plays out. This right over here, we don't know why he's unworthy. We have no idea what was said to him that's made him unworthy. And to see Thor just wallow in his own misery.
But the aspect of saying something to Thor and some sort of post-hypnotic suggestion making him unworthy. It
would have to be a spell of some really high magic in order to work.
And then, was it Nick Fury is the one that
Nick
did
Fury.
That's ridiculous. So
I don't know, because Nick Fury is like Uatu the Watcher now. So I don't know if somehow he's able to do some trick magic or something of that nature. But in terms of the story, I just read it and I was like, this is not. And I get people who say, "Oh, I love Thor and I love this particular run," and it's like, this is not the same character.
Yes.
Okay. And for myself, when I sit down and I'm going to put money down to to read a book or to buy one, I put one. Oh, this was the hip hop cover, and I collect all the hip hop covers. So here, you got me there.
The hip hop cover, everyone.
But I sit down and I read. It's like, this is not Thor. This is Gilgamesh or someone else, and I just don't have any interest in it. So when Thor is mighty again, he doesn't have to be worthy. I don't necessarily need to see him with a hammer. But when Thor is mighty again, I'll be more than happy to come on with this. This is just Jason Aaron saying, "Hey, man. I can get more money because you guys are willing to read this. You don't care about Thor, this particular character."
All right, that's our review of the Unworthy Thor. Not the mighty, but the unworthy. Thank you, everybody.
See you next time. Thanks, Spinner Rack. You saved me money.